Hello and welcome to Diggin, and this is where you play as Doug, the mole, and he's gonna dig. Oh yeah, he's gonna dig. This is an incremental game. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. It just got released, and we're gonna continue. I'm not gonna make a new game because the start is a little bit slow for me, a little bit slow, but now we're in a situation where we've got a couple of upgrades and we can kind of get right into things, get stuck in. And you can see here, we have the shockwave attack. It means that we release a powerful earthquake that gives us some very, very cool things. And indeed, look at this. You also have missions that you're going to be able to complete, and they will give you rock candy. I actually don't know what rock candy does, because this is actually the first time I've completed any of these missions. So, rock candy, well, what does it do? I don't know, but there are fossils that you can indeed equip. They are basically like artifacts and stuff like that, I suppose. And I don't know what rock candy does. I assume it is an unlockable resource, so a resource that you can use to unlock things. And indeed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some dynamite. So we're going to periodically throw dynamite into the air. And that's going to make, hopefully, a relatively big difference. And we're otherwise just going to go digging. Let's do it. Let's go digging. And so here we go. Now we're just going to start digging. I'm just going to immediately just go straight on down, because what we're going to do is we're going to trigger earthquakes. Or at least we're going to try to trigger earthquakes as best as I can here. There we go. There's the earthquake. Did you see that? That was the shockwave. And basically, whenever the shockwave activates, it just does such a huge amount of damage around you that I have found that just going straight down is the way to go. At least that's my perspective on it. Maybe it's not a particularly good idea, but there you go. We actually just discovered gold, and my fuel is almost done. I like the fact that they don't give you a time limit. It's more like it's based on your own fuel, and I personally think that is, I think that's more fun than a time limit, but obviously it very much depends on what you personally like. Anyway, we could see here, let's see, what do we want? Do we want more shockwave damage? I mean, more shockwave damage is also kind of fun. We could do that, or we could go for world width. World width might be kind of fun. A building that produces alum while you mine. Oh, now that's actually kind of interesting. Maybe we want to do something with that. Okay, fine, let's just do this. We need 30 gold to be able to do that, though. 30 gold's quite dramatic, so not sure how we're going to do there. We did complete another mission, by the way, so I will be going and getting that reward very, very soon. You can see when we're about to produce a dynamite and when we're about to produce a shockwave down in the bottom left. They've actually added those icons, as far as I'm aware, in the last update, which is very cool. And yeah, because I don't think I saw those before, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind or something. That's probable. That's probably it. I'm gonna go to the left here just to get this gold before I finish with my fuel. There we go. Very nice. And there's the shockwave also going off. And we got yeah, a pretty significant amount of gold straight away right there. Very, very nice. So let's have a look. What are we gonna go for? Throw dynamite every 10 drill hits. Yeah, I could go for that, or we could. Yeah, the collector is going to take quite some time, unfortunately. So I'm thinking we're probably just going to go with increasing the amount of dynamite that we get. I think that's probably cool. Let's go to the missions. There we go. Spend 750 ores of any kind. That's very nice. We've done that already. And we have a significant amount of, well, loads of different missions to do here. And indeed, we can go to density 2 straight away if we want to. Higher density, as you see here, brings harder rocks, more resources, and a higher chance of star resources appearing. For me personally, I like starting at density 1 because I like to be able to just get every single little bit of ore around here. Like, I like getting the aluminium or whatever it is. I'm actually not entirely sure what it is, but yeah, I like getting that, and I like being able to kind of take my time a little bit more. Even though, to be fair, obviously, I think going straight down is the most efficient way of, well, triggering everything. As you can see, there we go. We also just mined 1,000 blocks. Very nice, very nice. And let's try and see if we can get some more of this stuff, because obviously we're going to be getting the basic resource really, really easily. But obviously the other resource is going to be a little bit more difficult for us, as well as gold. Of course, gold is going to be the most difficult, but we might make it. Yeah, there we go. Nice. We actually got 2 gold before we ended there. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's go to the skill tree again, and let's just take a quick look here. All right, so we can go for critical hits, or we could go for movement speed, or we could go for fuel preserved. I'm thinking shockwave damage right now, to be honest. I actually kind of like that. Or we could go for the shockwave radius. I think shockwave damage is probably going to be really, really useful. We'll go for visible block radius as well, because why not? Let's get more drill hits per second as well. That sounds pretty fun. So let's do that. Because the more drill hits per second we can get, the more we're going to be activating our shockwave and stuff like that, at least as far as I'm aware. There we go. Nice. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I like the nice little damage upgrade that we just got. I think that's really going to make a huge difference to us. And maybe, just maybe... Yeah, there we go. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to be getting some nice rewards from this. Oh, I actually did that. Okay, well, unfortunate for me, isn't it? Yes, I managed to dig myself into too deep of a hole. Ah, there's actually a fossil there. I would like to get that, if at all possible. There we go, we got it. Nice. Okay, that's my first fossil that I've ever found. So I'm very, very intrigued about what it's going to do. So let's go over and have a look-see. 8% fuel gained from blocks destroyed by device abilities. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that does, but I will be equipping it. There you go. Very nice. Okay, did I actually complete any of these missions? I don't think so. Alright, well, we're going to do a little bit of something here. So let's see, what do we want? Do we want critical hit damage? Do we want drill hits per second? I suppose drill hits per second probably makes the most sense. Let's go and preserve our fuel a little bit more. Let's get some more movement speed as well. Basically just trying to get everything that I can maxed out here. And I'm wanting, of course, to try to get as many resources as I can. So I'm going to try, if I can manage to try to get all of them. Oh, yeah, there goes the shockwave. Obviously, now that we have a higher attack speed, it is going to be easier for us to generate dynamite and the shockwave. Very nice. I mean, I gotta say, it does really make a huge difference. And we do have a wider vision range as well, which is obviously going to make a big difference. And do I want to go over to that gold? I kind of do, but I have a bad feeling... Maybe? Oh, I might be able to make it, but this is in extremely hard rock. Yeah, as you can see right there, very unlikely I was able to get anything happening there, unfortunately. Oh, hello, what do we got? +1 stone dropped from mined blocks. That sounds fantastic. Let's do that. We always want to get that, as much as possible at least. Okay, yeah, so that's looking pretty good. Let's just continue onward. As I say, we could go to density 2, but I don't really want to start at density 2. I feel like that is... I mean, I guess I could if we want to get more gold and stuff like that, but I feel like we already have a pretty significant amount of power for us to get down to, well, layer 2, I suppose it is. Isn't it layer 2? Isn't it layer 2? I actually don't know. Let's actually just see how... Yeah, look, we're in layer 2 right now. This is layer 2 right now, so it's pretty easy for us to get down here already, and we haven't even really used that much fuel, to be honest, so... I'm just going to continue going here. Let's see if we can get this. Yes, nice. Okay, we're actually getting a significant amount of resources this time around. Very nice to see that. We could go for more shockwave radius, or we could go for more critical damage. Oh, dynamite explosion. 30% more dynamite explosion damage. Sounds really fun, actually. I'm kind of wanting to do that, but we also want to do... I think shockwave radius could make sense. What's this? Hold this to go into overdrive. Okay. I'll do that, thank you. And let's get some more critical damage, I guess. Why not? Critical drilling damage. And let's see what happens when we go into overdrive. So overdrive, as you can see right here, is in the top left. There is a bar that allows us to go into that. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to go straight down. I'm literally just going to go straight down. Let's go to the left, though. There is some gold right here. Can probably pick that up pretty easily. Yep, nice. There's the shockwave, very nice. And we're now in overdrive, so I am now going to use it. Oh, okay, there we go. That was overdrive. Okay, so we basically just were able to have a very short burst of increased drill damage. And as you could tell, that actually did some pretty nice things, getting us through those harder rocks. Let's have a look. Plus 15% drill damage during overdrive. Yeah, so we already have that as well, which is pretty nice. I am almost there, actually. I'm almost here, so I wouldn't mind that. Let's get some more damage for our dynamite. And then we'll continue onward. And let's see what happens. Because, obviously, we're going to have... I'm going to try, if I can, to get some more gold. So, maybe starting in Density 2 would be the way to go here. But I kind of like getting some of the more basic stuff because I'd like to fill out a lot of the other skills that we haven't yet gotten. So I'm just going to try to... I will get some gold along the way, obviously. Ah, there's a fossil there, actually. I need to get that fossil. There we go. Got it. Nice. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to run out of fuel in just a second, which is kind of unfortunate, but, you know, we were literally just about to get that gold. Kind of unfortunate that we were just so close, but yet so far. And let's have a look at the fossil here. What do we have? What is this? Ah, 8% fuel gain from blocks destroyed by quake abilities. That sounds pretty fun. I think that's a little bit better than what we had beforehand, because device abilities... I don't think we have any, do we? Do we have any devices? I actually don't know. Let's just claim this. That's going to get me an additional little bit of rock candy right there. And we'll go over to the skill tree. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got shockwave radius. Yeah, we still don't... Oh, wait, what's this? Dynamite throne? I can find this underground. What? Okay, that's an amazing upgrade. We really need that. Alright, so I need more silver, obviously. So... I guess I'll just try my best to get that. Let's go for density 2. Like I said, I don't really want to do density 2, to be honest, but yeah, let's just see. What does that actually do? Did you see what that actually did? It just basically makes it so that it's more difficult for us to get through these initial blocks. So we don't start underground, but as you can as you can tell, shall we say tell? As you can sell, I would love to be able to sell. Yes, I would love to be able to sell. But yes, indeed, look at that. Density. Oh, it gave us a huge amount more resources. Ah, okay. It gave us a huge amount more resources, but it didn't give us any gold because we're not able to get that deep. So that definitely makes a big difference. Okay, I understand it now. So let's see. Let me see, what do I want to go for here? I think we're probably going to want to go for shockwave damage. I think shockwave damage is really going to make a big difference. So let's just do exactly the same thing as before. And we're just going to go down. Let's go over this way because it uses less fuel. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not good enough, unfortunately. We did get a significant amount of resources. So we're just going to immediately play again here. And I'm just going to do this a little bit of time. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have enough to get the next upgrades. Alright, so we actually did get a significant amount. I got like 600 or something like that. Really crazy. And indeed, look at this. We can now get additional drill hit damage, which is definitely going to make a huge difference in density 3. So I think we're probably just going to be going for live free or mine hard immediately there. And I can even do this where we can throw dynamite every 9 drills. I think that sounds really good. So I will be doing that too. And we're going to be doing density 2. We're just going to stay with density 2 right now because while gold is really useful and I'd love to be able to get it, I think right now what we really need is just get these basic materials, a significant amount of them, and then we'll see what we can do after that. Maybe we'll be really lucky and I'll get over 1,000 or something. Oh, I found the chest. Okay, we found the chest. There it is. And there's the artifact. That is fantastic. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm actually really surprised that we even found that. Okay, that's fantastic. So now, as you can see, we now have this, which gives us 2 dynamites, or shall we say dynamites. Yes, we're getting 2 of those, which is really nice now. That is super fantastic. And now, indeed, we can even get the collector, a building that produces aluminium. Yes, that is fantastic. Okay, very fun. Let's get this as well. Look at this. Every 7 drill hits, we're going to get more dynamite, and we're throwing 2 dynamite every single time, right? So this is fantastic. So density 2 was definitely the way to go here. And as you can see, in the background, we got that nice little building now doing a little bit of passive income generation. And look at that additional, look at that. That is insane. The amount of dynamite that we're throwing around right now, super nice. Obviously not really helping us that much against the harder stuff, but it's decent enough. Oh, there was a fossil as well. Unfortunately, not enough. I was not able to do enough damage to be able to get down there, unfortunately. But maybe we can do something. Who knows? Maybe we can actually do something right here. So let's see if we can. Yeah, going through this stuff is really hard, as you can see right there. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. So we're maybe going to have to try to, instead of just going straight down, we're maybe going to have to try to get around the harder pieces by doing something like that, you see? Just trying to avoid the harder rock, because it is just so difficult to get around. I'm going to try to go this way. There we go. Shockwave's really making a huge difference here. No fossils this time around, unfortunately. I might have gone the wrong way. That may have been the potential there. But we're gaining a significant amount as it is. And all I need to do is just continue upgrading, and we'll eventually get down there. Oh yeah, we're just absolutely cooking with gas right now, getting so many resources. And indeed, look at this. We can even get the collector producing more aluminium now every 6 seconds instead of every 8 seconds. That's actually pretty nice. However, I think we're probably just still going to double down and just try to get as much damage as possible out of our dynamite and indeed our drill itself. I think we're probably just going to get more drill damage. More dynamite explosion? Yep. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Yes, that's exactly what we want. I will increase my aluminium collector sometime soon. Definitely going to make a big difference, or at least I hope so. Let's just try to get down here as best as we can. Nice shockwave. My shockwave is really big now, by the way. I don't know whether you've noticed the radius on that thing, but yeah, it's actually extremely large now. Oh, I didn't even get through that. That is so unfortunate that we didn't get that gold. Oh well, never mind. I mean, we've already gotten the aluminium collector right now, so that's really nice, to be honest, because that really just... I mean, it's a passive, right? It's a passive, so there's not much more that I can really say apart from that I'm glad that I've got it, because now I can kind of just relax on density 2 for a little bit of extra time. I don't really need to be super hectic or worried about it. And as you can see, look at this, we're already through to here, so I should probably just get this. Wow, yeah, we could generate so much, actually. Yeah, we should probably do that. What is this? 30% total fuel. Oh yeah, let's increase that. Thanks very much. Okay, yeah, we also gained this. Periodically launch projectiles that pass through blocks and damage them. Can you imagine having 20,000 of that resource? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, let's just continue getting some damage here, and we'll continue getting our resources. It's going to be insane how far we are going to be able to go soon. Ah, look at that. So we've actually now discovered platinum, and indeed I've gone to density 3. So this is going to be very interesting, because obviously I now have almost maxed out my damage. Not sure if that's going to really, kind of, not really, almost there, but yeah. Anyway, this is going to be a little bit... Not sure. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like regenerating the overdrive. I've actually tried to maximize my overdrive usage now, because overdrive is something that is very under, or it feels like it's underrated at the moment, because I didn't realize this, but when you use overdrive, it increases your attack speed for your drill. So basically what it does is, because obviously, as we know, dynamite, right, needs a certain amount of hits. It's 7 hits before you throw dynamite, but overdrive increases the amount that you're hitting every second by a significant amount. So you're actually gaining a very nice, oh yeah, very nice bonus. So we're going to go to density 3 here. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, because I literally just got there, but let's just try it out. Maybe it's going to be okay. I mean, we're getting a significant amount more resources. As you can see, it's actually going not too badly. As you see, there's the overdrive happening once again. Wow, yeah, no, that was that was much more than I anticipated. I thought I was going to literally just like die instantly, but no, it was actually a lot better than I thought. And indeed, we can maybe do the same thing once again. So we can do this. I'm going to just wait to use the overdrive until we get down here. Like this. Oh, and then we just ran out of fuel. That was so unlucky. Okay, that was really bad timing on my part. Anyway, let's just do this. We're gonna get another little bit of damage. A little bit of damage from there. Special stone blocks that restore fuel when mined. Fuel stone. That sounds fun. Alright, give me that. Give me all this critical hit damage as well. There we go. Alright, yeah. We're absolutely drilling with gas right now. Well, technically not yet, but soon enough. This is going to be good. This is going to be very good. I don't know where fuel stone comes in, because I haven't seen any of that. Obviously, this is the first run I'm doing on fuel stone, but I highly doubt it's going to look well, I highly doubt I'm going to see it up here, to be honest. I mean, you know, I'm very, very high up, so it's very, very unlikely we're going to see it. But who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. But yeah, you could see just how extremely useful it is to have dynamite. You can see here we're not actually getting particularly lucky with these initial starting blocks. It uses so much fuel to go through these. So being able to utilize overdrive or your dynamite or something like that. Oh, hello. What's that there? I think that's fuel stone. I think that was actually fuel stone right there. So yeah, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to get our final upgrades for our damage as well as our dynamite radius. And we're going to go... Let's get some more damage in overdrive. Let's level this up as well. There we go. Yes, more fuel preservation. Yeah, we can always say yes to that. And indeed, we're almost at enough aluminium to be able, or alum, as they call it here, to get the collector's edition upgrade, which is definitely going to make a huge difference, because that's going to mean that we will then be getting even more alum every 2 seconds or something like that. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Let's see if we can get down there. I'm going to try to use overdrive to good effect. So as soon as we get through this, there we go. Nice. And now we've got a fossil. Oh, no, never mind. Too late. I should have repositioned myself beforehand. Oh, well, never mind. Did get 10,000, though. Got 10,000 in our most basic resource right there. Very nice. I am very much looking forward to seeing what we can do when we just have so many more upgrades. Because we are very close to getting another one of these upgrades that happens dependent on your drill hits, right? So generally that's going to be so good. Okay, yeah, so let's get collector's edition. That's definitely going to make a big difference. Let's level this up another 2 times. There we go. And we're basically done with the damage of our drill now. So now we are absolutely murdering. So the question is, now I would really like to get this, but we're going to need platinum. Going to need platinum to do that. Fever stone. Special stone blocks that grant fever when mined. I don't know what that is. But I would assume... Let's go back to density 1 for a real quick second, because I think we can probably make it all the way down to a very, very low depth here, because all of these blocks are super, super easy for us now. Or at least they should be, right? It should be really, really easy. And look at my fuel. My fuel is absolutely not even... It's not even getting depleted right now because it's so simple. So we should have a pretty easy time here. We might be able to get some more platinum. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah, we're actually doing pretty nicely here. Give me that platinum. Give me that gold. Yes, look at that. Okay, yeah, we're getting massive amount. Yeah, so density 1, definitely the way to go if you want to get your first initial upgrades when it comes to platinum or whatever. We also just got iridium. Very nice. There we go. Massive, massive amounts. Look at that. Loads of stuff. Obviously, we're not getting a massive amount in regards to its actual numerical value, but we're getting so many different kinds that it's really going to make a huge difference now. Because we're going to be able to get something like this, fuel stone spawn chance, for example. We can get more leftovers. That might make sense. But I really wanted to get this. It grants fever when mined. I really want to get that. I don't think I have to spend gold for this. No, fuel stone spawn chance. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Let's also spec into this and this. And I think that's going to be fine. Let's go for density 3 once again, because I want to get some of that basic stuff. Let's get some of the basic blocks. And then we will have so much of that we'll be able to do some really crazy cool things. Let's just try to get more of this. There we go. Just basically trying to use my overdrive in strategic places just to make sure that we get as many dynamite activations as possible. Okay, so there you go. So now we can get Fever Stone, so that's really nice. Unfortunately, it feels like Fever Stone's probably going to be extremely limited in regards to its availability. So I'm not sure how we're really going to... Not sure how we're going to handle that, to be honest, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Let's see what else we can get here. A building that refines rubies. Okay, total fuel. I think we'll just get loads of increase of total fuel. And I'm actually wondering whether we should go... Is there anything else? I want to get 800 platinum if at all possible, but I think what we're going to do first is we'll go to density 3 just to get a significant amount of this stuff, and then we're just not going to spend it. And then what we'll do is we will go to density 1 and we'll try to get down to the lowest levels and try to get as much platinum as I can get my hands on. Because that's going to really make a huge difference, right? Or it should make a huge difference. Now, let's see how far we can go down with 376. Actually, not bad, to be honest. Actually, pretty good. Surprisingly so. Yeah, that's... Wow, that was actually not bad, if I do say so myself. That was pretty good. We managed to make it quite far down there. Special silver blocks that give 5 times more silver when mined. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Let's do that, and let's get another collector's edition upgrade as well. Might as well do that. And then we can indeed get... we can get some crazy cool things here as well. I don't really want to spend my gold right now, so I think we'll just do this. And I think we'll then go, like I said, to density 1. And I'm going to try to get all the way down to platinum, because we need 300, I think, of that to be able to get some of the upgrades that I really want. Oh, we've got fever. What does that do? Oh, I don't know what that did. I have no idea what fever does. I assume, I don't know. I assume it puts us into some kind of mode that allows us to drill more or to use less energy or something. I don't actually know. Well, this seems pretty easy, doesn't it? Yeah, we're actually getting down to layer 5, amusingly enough, because my drill is just not running out of fuel, and we're coming across fuel stone, which is really, really nice, obviously, as you might expect, because that's able to replenish the amount of fuel that we have. Now, let's see if we can make it even further. It would be pretty cool if we could. Yeah, we're not getting any fuel stone right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Wow, this stone is really hard to drill through, I have to admit. Yeah, this is pretty tough. We're at layer 6 now, though, which is hilarious. Okay, I'm going to try to go for overdrive through these. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. We actually got our hands on some emeralds, amusingly enough. Don't think those things are going to really be able to do much for us right here. Yep, there you go, though. Look at that. Massive amounts. Okay, so I'm going to go for the skill tree here, and then we can actually get Feverstone increase. I don't really care about that too much. Do I? Because the question is, does that do anything? Does that do anything for us? Not really. Okay, so I really want this. This is going to require another 100 platinum. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't need that. Oh, 2% more drill hits per second. Really? It doesn't seem that good. Boomstone. Special stone blocks that explode when mined. Oh, yes, give me that. Boomstone spawn chance. Shall we get another one of those? Yeah, fine. Let's just spend all our gold on that. That sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? Okay, let's get more damage there as well. And what else do we have? Fuel stone? Yeah, let's just increase the chances for fuel stone to spawn. And let's just finally get Collector's Edition to maximum. That's going to be pretty crazy in itself. Alright, so there we go. We're going to just get a bunch of missions done as well. And yeah, okay, so the question is, what shall we do? Shall we go to Density 3? Let's go to Density 3. I'm going to try to get as far as I can. What is this? Was that fuel stone just then? I think it might have been fuel stone. Anyway, I will try my best. We'll see how far down we can get and how much. Oh, nice. Yeah, fuel stone's doing pretty nicely for us right now. Oh yeah, absolutely destroying absolutely everything. Really crazy. Okay, so yeah, we're basically done here now. I'll probably go... I don't know. I'm not sure if we should go to... Maybe we should go to Density 2. I think Density 2 might make sense. I would also like to get this, but obviously we need more gold for that. Let's go for more fuel stone chance. We now have that maxed out, by the way. And indeed, we can even get this. That's going to cost me gold to upgrade it, though. I'm not a big fan of that, but yeah, I guess that's fine. Now, what I would like to do... Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to do that. We're probably going to have to go Density 2 and then just try to get down to gold and all those other wonderful resources easily, or as easily as possible at the very least, because Density 2 I think probably has a nice balance between the difficulty of Density 3 but also a significant amount of resources from Density 3, you know what I mean? So I feel like it has a nice balance with that. Hopefully we'll be able to make that work. It does seem as though we're going to be able to make it work. As you can see, we're actually getting through this really, really nice and easily, but we're also getting a lot of resources. I do need to get quite low, however, to be able to make that work. So let's see if I can maybe make it there. Alright, so there it is. We got almost 2,000 gold and a significant amount of platinum at the same time. So now I can actually go ahead and get the 5% increased critical chance, or we can get more fever stone duration or a chance for them to appear. Boomstone spawn chance, for example, as well. I don't know, there's a load of different things that we could potentially get here that would be relatively useful for us. I'm just not entirely sure if that's what I want. I think I want more critical chance, so let's do that. And as you can see, we need to find this. Critical hits have a 33% chance to damage adjacent blocks. If we find this chest underground, we will then get this upgrade, which is going to be very nice. I'm going to increase my Feverstone spawn chance because I kind of want to see what that even does. I'm going to assume it's absolutely amazing. And indeed, periodically use a drill hit that also damages multiple connected blocks. I'm going to need platinum for this. And platinum is pretty hard to come by, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm not sure what to go for here. We only have density 3. Should I go for more density? Let's go for density 2 again. And we'll see if I can maybe make something happen with this. Because obviously I would like to see if I can get as deep as possible. Because that's where we need to find platinum. But I don't think I can do that on density 3. I think density 3 is a bit too hard for that. Maybe. Not sure. And there we go. We found the artifact, as you could see right there. So yes, Coal Clump is now active, and we're going to be getting some crazy things from that. Or at least I hope so. There you go. We also completed that mission too. Alright, so let's have a look at the skill tree. See what we can do here. Feverstone. I don't know whether Feverstone is actually really that good. I kind of want to continue going for critical chance because I feel like critical chance is really going to make a huge difference, but I also want to try to continue expanding the skill tree. So I'm going to go for this, see what it leads to. Flying drills follow you and mine random nearby blocks. That sounds insane. I kind of want to get that. Oh yeah, I really badly want to get that. Let's get some more critical chance though, like I said I wanted to do. And we'll get Feverstone spawn rate just because. And I'm going to go for density 3. Let's see how far we can get. Alright, so I did another 2 runs on density 2, and I managed to get enough to be able to afford bullet worms. Yes, so we're going to be taking those immediately, and then we're going to be, yeah, we are definitely going to be getting some upgrades for these guys. Oh yeah, that is going to be so fun. Alright, so let's see what else we can get here. Well, obviously critical chance. I definitely want to try to max out that as much as possible so that we can get to 50% critical chance. I mean, how can I say no? And we also got this, by the way, which is another artifact, and indeed I'm going to be upgrading that, or shall we say not upgrading, but getting a nice little equipment slot, and then placing Fangbore, which gives us plus 25% drill and drill ability damage. How can we say no to that? I mean, really? 25%? That's crazy. Now we are going to be even more powerful, and you can see here that obviously the worms are going to be activated at some point. I don't know what they're actually going to do. I've never seen them. Ah, there they go. Okay, they go to the sides like that. Okay, they go horizontally. That's interesting. Not sure how effective that's really going to be in the long run, but maybe they'll hit some things along the sides there. That might be kind of useful. Just going to go for a little bit of overdrive here. As you can see, we have absolutely come a huge way since the previous iteration of our character here, where we were just... Well, we were doing well, you know, don't get me wrong, we were doing well, but whenever we have the opportunity to do so, we literally just go straight through and just absolutely destroy everything in the area. And it's just so fun. It is just so fun. And this is the kind of thing that we really like about incrementals, or I like about incrementals at the very least. And one thing I gotta say is that the start of this game is pretty slow, but once you get going, yeah, it's very satisfying. So let's just see if we can, there we go, do a little bit more. Gotta say, the drill doesn't really do much at these depths, but the abilities, like dynamite and your shockwave and stuff like that, they really pack a punch, which is super nice. As you can see right there, we're at layer 6 actually. We got to layer 6. I actually wonder if I can even get to a lower layer than that on density 2. I highly doubt it, but there you go. We actually got this. A 15% cooldown reduction for drill and drill abilities. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually just swap that one out. So we now have a cooldown reduction for drill and drill-related abilities. I don't actually know whether I have any of those on me. drill-related abilities. I think so. Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, but we probably need to go to density 3, all things considered, very, very soon. Boomstone explosion damage. Oh, wait. Wow, yeah. Boomstone explosion damage and radius might be useful. Spawn chance, let's increase that a little bit more as well. Let's go for some more efficiency on that. Let's go to density 3, because we need more of the basic. We need more of the basic resources. Alright, so this has been the secret right here. I just reached density 4 about 10 minutes ago, and we have now taken this Feverstone Fever Duration. Once you get that upgrade, it then unlocks Mine Hard with a Vengeance, which is this crazy, crazy upgrade that basically just gives massive amounts of drill damage, and that's exactly what we want. Basically, every single one of these upgrades that leads into this is extremely, extremely powerful. As you can see right here, I've just increased this 3 times or twice or whatever it is, and we now have such a significant drill damage that I should be able to go even crazier when it comes to density 4. So let's go to density 4, see what happens here. I think we should have a pretty nice time. Let's see what happens. I mean, look at these blocks. They are literally just evaporating before us right now. This is actually kind of crazy, because I've been struggling with density 3, you see, and that's because we just weren't able to find the next drill damage, and you can see how much we've been able to get here. 84,000. 84,000 basic resource, and that's all we need to be able to upgrade this drill, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So anyway, I'm gonna get carried away. Yes, I'm gonna get carried away a huge amount if I continue here, so I'm gonna end it off here. If you would like to check out Diggin, there is a link in the description. Okay, so, yeah, I got a little bit stuck. Yeah, I got a little bit stuck with the game because I literally just got addicted to it. Yes, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you a little bit of what has been happening here. As you can see, I've expanded dramatically in the skill tree here. So much so that we almost now have the ability to refine diamonds. That is going to be very, very important as we go. And I've also unlocked this. This is an absolutely incredible upgrade. Probably one of the most important upgrades that you can get. You really do need to go up here and get this as soon as possible if you decide to play the game, because this is amazing. This is literally like, this just changes the game. Like, it just absolutely changes the game, because you initially have like 800 or 900 fuel. And then eventually you get this. You get this upgrade right here. And then you get this. And this just changes the game. As I said, it just absolutely... it just blows everything else out of the water, basically. With the exception of, obviously, the drill damage. You do need a huge amount of drill damage, of course. But this is very, very important. Now, the reason why this is because I'm going to do density 4. I have density 6 unlocked now. But I'm just going to show you our current status, because just look at how extremely destructive we are now able to be. Look at this. I'm going to just go for this fossil real quick. There we go. Got that. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Like, this is just on a whole other level to what we were beforehand. And this is exactly what I love about incrementals and the way that they progress. Because eventually you're going to get to this point and everything is just, you know, numbers go up, and yeah, that is very satisfying. And obviously this is just density 4, obviously, and I'm doing this primarily for diamond. I'm doing this for diamond and for rubies and for emeralds and so on and so forth. And I don't really care what I get. I'm just hopeful that I get a little bit of everything, basically. And eventually we're going to get to the end, and the end of this layer here is this thing. I don't know what it's called. I think it's astrofur or something like that. I don't have the ability to mine through this, and it says something. I'm not sure what. What is this? Oh, what is that? I need to open that. I need to open that straight away. Unfortunately, my things are mining for me, so I don't really have the ability. Yeah. I don't have the ability to go back. Okay, that is kind of sad. Oh, well, never mind. I can't really do much about that. But yeah, there you go. You need more star power, it says. You need more star power, and then you run out of fuel, as you can see right there. So you need more star power to get beyond that particular level, which is very, very, very interesting to me. So what we're going to do is, because I obviously need to get 120 in emeralds, we are just going to try to improve the amount of emeralds that we can get. So I'm going to try to upgrade those. Obviously, it is going to be a little bit, well, a little bit difficult for us to do that. Yeah, but otherwise we did complete, there we go, we found 15 fossils. We actually have quite a few of these, as you can see right there. I don't really care about fossils that much, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, they're okay, you know, they're fine, but they don't really feel like they do a huge amount unless they're going to give you like that 25% damage increase or something like that. That's really, really useful. Anyway, density 6 is where things get crazy as well in regards to your resource generation. Just look at how many resources I gain from the first 10 seconds of this level. I literally have 2 million already. You see what I mean? It just absolutely exponentially increases. So I'd highly recommend, obviously, if you've made it to this point in the video, I would definitely recommend just going for the highest density that you can as soon as possible, because that really makes a huge difference to your overall, well, effectiveness, because you're going to be able to upgrade things at an exponential rate in comparison to what you'd normally be able to do. So very, very important that you do that. But yeah, otherwise, just keep an eye out for those artifacts, those fossils and everything. Make sure you get your hands on the rubies and the emeralds and so on and so forth as well. They really, really matter too. But yeah, there you go. Look at that. 10 million. A quick 10 million. Very, very nice. And the reason why this is nice is because I would normally be able to upgrade this, but unfortunately I can't. So we are just going to go with this. I just need to upgrade that a whole bunch. I need to upgrade boomstone damage as well. I found that, by the way, upgrading your dynamite damage as well as obviously drill damage, that is just fundamentally so crazy. The combination of the two things is what makes things just go absolutely bonkers. Because you remember when we had like 900 fuel, as soon as you get that gas upgrade, that gives you, I believe that gives you like 43,000 fuel instead of 900. So that is a massive, massive upgrade. But obviously you're going to need, I think, rubies, first of all, or something like that, to be able to unlock the prior upgrade. And then once you have the gas upgrade, it's absolutely insane. It really is. But yeah, overdrive is also really, really useful too, by the way, because when you use overdrive, it doesn't actually use fuel. So the more you overdrive against higher level blocks, the better, because then you don't use fuel doing it, which is really, really nice. I still don't know what fever does. So, you know, just forgive me for not knowing that. But yes, there you go. That is a nice victory for us right there. 16 million in the basic resource. And indeed, look at this. I can even increase this stuff over here, and we can... Oh, no, we can't even go any further. Okay, well, that's kind of unfortunate. But look at that. I can get additional fuel. That's 97,000 in fuel. And, yeah. Again, okay, so that's it. That's the end. Thank you. I can't believe I got carried away so hard.